This is sunny Abu Dhabi for the final stage of the UAE Tour. We are in the Sayed National Museum with that splendid lobby. Johnny Milan in that green jersey. He's already won 2 stages. Antonio Tibiri, winner on Jebel Mobra, in that white jersey. And the Mexican champion in the red jersey, already winner of 2 stages. This is that final stage, 149 kilometers, past all the highlights of Abu Dhabi, over the Yas Marina Formula 1 circuit, where we had an intermediate sprint, and then the Sorbonne University of Abu Dhabi, that's where we find the second sprint. Then left, right, left on our way to the Abu Dhabi Breakwater, where in the 3 most recent editions of the UAE Tour, Tim Merlier was victorious. 149 kilometers today, not a very long stage, but the riders themselves made it a pretty tough day out. Because from kilometer 0, it was full on to create the breakaway of the day. Many riders were interested in being in that breakaway, and the first 20 odd minutes were raced at almost 60 kilometers an hour. In the end, we had a breakaway of 5 riders, with Callum Thornley for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, birthday boy Dan Hole for the Decathlon CMA CGM, Ezra Cowdell of the Modern Adventure Pro Cycling team, Lorenzo Milesi for Movistar, and Aifares Mikutis for the Tudor team. This bridge could be a dangerous point if there were some wind, but there wasn't. So it was all safely navigated by both the breakaway of 5 and the peloton. Dan Hole cruises through that second intermediate sprint, but it doesn't really matter because Sylvain Dillier, who was on the breakaway on 3 stages, has enough points to secure this black jersey and a little trip to the podium for the 35-year-old from Switzerland of Alpecin Premitech. The gap of our 5 leaders never really exceeded a minute 20, a minute 30. Peloton kept them at close bay to make sure that today was going to be a bunch kick. This man has set his sights on this stage, already winning 2 stages in the Alula Tour, 2 stages in the UAE Tour, and one of the fastest men out there. It goes too fast for Ezra Cowdell, 19-year-old neo-pro for Modern Adventure Pro Cycling, in his first World Tour race. No shame in that for the man from the United States. Hole, Milesi, Mikutis and Scotsman Callum Thornley continue. The peloton will make sure that they catch them just in time to have an uninterrupted sprint line to the finish. Another great team job by Lidl Trek. Here we find Ethan Vernon for NSN Pro Cycling, and also XDS Astana already grouped together at the front. 2 kilometers out from the finish line, our breakaway riders are caught, making room for the sprint train of the different teams at the front. Great work by Consoni, by Patrick Conrad, by Max Walscheid. But then Johnny Milan finds himself without a lead-out rider in that final 500 meters. So he goes on the train of Modern Adventure Pro Cycling, then onto the wheel of UnoX Mobility. Big fight happening for that wheel of Johnny Milan with Blikra, with Vernon, with Riley Pickrell as well. We find Matteo Milan in the colours of Groupama FDG on the left-hand side. And then it's Sam Welsford on the left opening the sprint. But this is a headwind sprint. So Sam Welsford goes back to the wheel of Johnny Milan. Ellen Blikra is on that wheel as well. Ethan Vernon, Mats Mikos, Malucelli. But yet again, Jonathan Milan is the fastest of them all. And we raced this 149 kilometers in 2 hours and 56 minutes. The fastest stage in the history of the UAE Tour. 50.5 kilometers an hour average. Johnny Milan, he crashed on the opening stage, but then took the 3 available opportunities for a sprint finish and won all 3 of them. Season win number 5 for the man from Italy. Ellen Blikra yet again in second place. Welsford, Vernon, Malucelli, Mikkels, Gerben Thijssen, Luca Meskec, Riley Pickrell and Daniel Skerrel. That is the top 10 on the Abu Dhabi Breakwater. No changes whatsoever in the general classification. Isaac Del Toro wins his first World Tour stage race with 20 seconds on Tiberi, Plaat Tejada Gal, Van Eetveld, G. West, Nordhagen, Johannessen and Remco Evenepoel is the top 10 of this 8th edition of the UAE Tour. The big trophy is for Isaac Del Toro. After win on the opening stage and win yesterday on Jebel Havid, Johnny Milan, with 3 stage wins and some intermediate sprints, takes home the points jersey. A good start to the season for Lidl Trek. 5 wins already, all by this man, by Johnny Milan. The white jersey is for Isaac Del Toro, the winner of the overall, only 22 years young, the Mexican champion. A great ride by him all week, very composed, very focused, very mature. A big step in his career, winning his first World Tour stage race. Sylvain Dillier is the winner of the intermediate sprint competition after being in the breakaway on days 1, 3 and 5. Some good training sessions for this man ahead of a big classic season alongside the likes of Mathieu van der Poel and Jasper Philipsen. UAE Team Emirates XRG wins the overall with Del Toro, Hergots, Molano, Poliet, Vermeerk, Vermeers and Adam Yates, and all the staff on the podium to celebrate the win of Isaac Del Toro. The Swannies, the mechanics, the sports directors, everybody celebrates. Isaac Del Toro wins the UAE Tour.